What's going on, everybody? It's Nate, your vintage roller, and I am finally ready to give you my 100% unabridged, no strings attached, I owe no loyalties to anybody review of these right here, the Remz HR 2.5s. I am not being paid in any way for this. I've got no affiliation with any company other than my own, so I don't have to cater to anybody's, oh, well, you should talk about this. Nope. I'm going to give you a 100% unfiltered opinion on this. And so, let's dive into this. Everybody knows that at the end of October, the Remz HR 2.5 got released after a long-awaited, I guess, triumphant return. The HR 2.5 came out and everybody was pretty excited. Some of the rumors of they'd fixed the foot issue, the Remz 6-toe, if you will. Sadly, they almost fixed it, but there's still lots of people that have an issue with it. Overall, it is a fantastic skate, but this skate is not for everybody. I would love to say you could pull this skate right out of the box, throw it on your feet, and go just destroy a park or street session, however you want to do it. I skated these skates for November, December, January. So 3 solid months. I think I broke twice for a day. Each time to skate a different skate, but that was at the end when I was waiting to try to go cuffless. And I have skated these skates in every configuration you can do them. The full tall cuff. I have skated them without the cuff, just the strap. I skated them with a V cuff in the strap. And I've skated them completely pure cuffless, no cuff, no strap. All 4 ways that these skates were designed to be skated. And I can honestly tell you that for the money that you pay for these, they are not really worth it. And I hate saying that about a skate, but I'm going to give you the reasons why. The design flaws in the skate are very apparent from the time you put the skate on. Everybody I know that has these skates, has skated these skates, has within the first 3 sessions ditched the stock liner that comes in them and went to a different liner. So now you've got a $300 skate that you just dropped X amount of dollars on a new liner for. So now that puts you over the $400 and almost $500 mark for a set of boots. If you got that kind of money to drop, cool. That's great. That's fantastic. But for those that are out there just trying to get into the sport and want to skate these skates, this is not a skate for you. With the design flaws, this cuff is amazing. It really is. Provides good support, allows you to stabilize on topside tricks. But it does restrict your movements when you're trying to do H-block tricks because it does not allow you to flex the way you need to. Other drawbacks with the cuff system. I love the velcro. I do. But they made it way too short. If you put your foot in the skate with a stock liner and try to strap this down, I've got fairly thin ankles. You only end up with maybe an inch of velcro holding your cuff together. That's not a lot of support for topside tricks or anything else like that that you need to make sure that your cuff isn't going to come undone on you and you're going to destroy your ankle. Remz, you need to fix that. Make your straps longer. The width, the overall durability of the strap is pretty good. There is some fraying in it. One of them, the stitching's come out on it already on the bottom. So now the cuff itself is falling apart. They should have double stitched around the side of it to give it more support. So when you're wrenching on your strap to tighten it down, it doesn't pull apart. So 2 problems listed already. The liner that you have to trim and adjust, which I have a video for. 700 views on that video in 3 months on how to fix this liner. It's a pretty common flaw. The velcro strap not being long enough, that's problem 2. The liner lace system is number 3. The laces that come with the liner it took me 4 sessions to destroy them. Like, really? I ended up putting some Skechers tennis shoe laces in them to make sure that they were a little bit more durable and pulled down tighter. So that's problem 3. The liner lace system is, like, the laces themselves are garbage, but the liner lace system could be done a lot better to get that 45-degree pull on your ankle to keep the liner in and keep your ankle from sloshing around the liner. So that's 3 problems there. Problem number 4, I have not experienced it, and I think it may be because of the way I decided to start skating these skates. A very common issue with the skate, and when I say common, like, there's been a few cases, so I wouldn't say it's overly common, but it is an issue. The seam here, down the back to the HR logo, has split on people. That's a serious issue because you're dropping, like I said, these skates from any shop are $300, $299.95, $299.99 plus shipping. So now you've got a set of $300 skates in your hand. You're excited. You go out. You decide you want to start skating completely cuffless off the bat. 3 sessions in, you rip the back of your skate open. Now you've got a $300 paperweight, and what are you going to do? That's something that's got to be fixed. Mind you, I have not had that issue, and I skated a lot in these. And again, I think I can attribute that to the way that I skated these to start. I broke them in wearing the cuff with strap, and then I skated them quite a bit without the cuff but with the strap, and then I skated them with a V-cut cuff because they're more flexible that way, and then I went cuffless. Because of that, I think I was able to work the outer material in and loosen them up so it wasn't as stiff, and that could have been an issue, contributing factor to them ripping, but that's something that needs to be looked at by Remz, is the fact that these are splitting back here on the seam. And I know we buy them to destroy them, but come on, man, there's got to be something there. And that's 4 problems that I found. 5th problem everybody knows is the 6-toe on the remedies. If you're not suited for this boot, it's going to suck because they look amazing. They're fun to skate. They're a blast to skate. But so many people have put their foot in the skate, and like, why does it hurt? It shouldn't hurt like this. Like, I can put on razors, I can put on Aeons, I can put on USD Carbons, I can put on any other skate, and I don't have that issue. But as soon as you put your foot into a rim, it's something to do with the plastic here on the sides. Now, there are fixes for it to gut the interior of the skate. It's a bit extreme to destroy your $300 boot like that, but again, people are spending $400, on gutted out SXs and CJs and tearing the entire insides out and making wizard setups. It's your choice. So that was issue number 5. The overall feel of the skate, because you reach your hand in there and you can feel how flat it is. There's not much of a curve. where the outside of your foot has a natural curve to it. This is almost a straight line. And it's not as bad as the old Remz are, but it's still noticeable. The lacing system is pretty awesome. Once I figured out that you need to do an overlace system, which means you go over the eyelet instead of under the eyelet like a lot of people do. The reason you do that is because if you're going over the eyelet, it allows you to pull and compress the top of the boot on your foot more, and it doesn't restrict the movement when you're lacing up and pulling on them. I did change the laces out from the stock laces, and that was purely cosmetic. I really didn't mind the stock laces that came with these because they are nice laces. They do the trick. They do hold up well. The one drawback is they're just a smidgen too short, so maybe that, I wouldn't even call that an issue because all I did is I stopped skating. I pulled the lace out of this eyelet here, the very top eyelet, and it gave me enough room to be able to tie my skates the way I needed to and the way they were comfortable. The only other issue that I would have with this skate is if you can't get them, it needs a secondary eyelet somewhere here. Okay? For those of you that love 45-degree straps and love the power lacing and everything else like that, power straps, crank straps, whatever you want to call them, 45-degree straps. I have seen people mock up ideas on how to install them on here. I don't think I would go that route, and I skate a lot of my skates with 45-degree skate straps. My 7s, my CJs, my carbon-free teams. So yeah, I like the 45-degree strap, but it's not really necessary with these. If they were to add one more eyelet right here, or maybe just up a little bit next to this one, or give us 2 eyelets side by side to be able to give you that 45-degree control to stop heel lift. Because as you can tell, I skated these skates. Stop. I didn't take my liners out. I didn't change my liners. I toyed with the notion, and I didn't do it because I wanted to be able to give you guys an honest opinion about these skates. If you're buying them and you're skating them 100% stock. I didn't change the frames. I didn't change the wheels. No anti-rocker change, no nothing. The only thing I changed was laces. And that's just because I ordered red backslide plates to go with my skates. The only other issue I saw was the velcro that holds your liner in place. The adhesive on it definitely could be either stronger or maybe a wider strip, maybe a 2-inch by 1-inch strip around it to give you a better seat on your liner and maybe rivet it in, something like that, so it doesn't pull out. Because every time I pulled my foot off and my liner came with it, because it does happen, everybody knows that, it would pull the Velcro for the back of this out. Shock absorption wise, they do great. Yeah, I would love to say 100% hands down without a doubt that this skate is for everyone, but it's not. And it hurts to say that because I would love to say, go out and get Remz. Support your industry, buy Remz, because Kato's a great guy. He created something innovative, ingenious, but there's definitely something wrong. There's some issues with the skates. And Remz, Kato, if you hear this, if you see this, I know I'm just a fat guy that rollerblades, but I do skate anywhere between 3 and 5 times a week, and I skate for hours at a time, anywhere from 1 to 5 hours at a time. I've got my skates on, and they're on the whole time usually. So I've put a beating on them. I have skated on all sorts of surfaces. I've skated on plywood, masonite, concrete, pavement. I have fallen on every single one of them, and the overall durability of the skate, I can say, is pretty solid. I am a left-footed sole, so naturally the left side of my skate is going to take the most punishment. As much as I fall, and if you watch any of my YouTube videos, you know I fall a good bit, and I slide. This is my sole foot. As you can tell, the only major issue right here is around the cuff bolt, but that's because there's nothing there really to protect it. The inside is the same way. There's nothing really messed up on the inside because, for whatever reason, I can't do negatives, nor will I try. So I don't beat up the inside of my skate too bad. On my left foot. The outside durability of the skate, that's 3 hard months worth of wear on these skates. Skating out of 90 days, I had to have skated at least 60 days of it. So, onto my right foot, which I'm getting more comfortable on my right foot, so I'm doing more switch soles and stuff like that. So the bottom has got a little bit of wear, but I don't do enough switch stuff to worry about it. Again, I slide and fall. Only major issue is up here, because I landed on pavement with my leg under me and slid. It didn't really go through, so it's got a good durability to it. Easily fixed with some black shoe polish. Boom, you're back to looking pretty again. The inside, because this is the inside of my Royale, it's got a little more wear and tear. Okay, kicking boxes, kicking rails, falling off stuff. But again, there's nothing on the negative because, again, I can't do negatives. All right, I think that's it on the boot itself. Everybody knows the Featherlight 3s are a game changer when it came, the Featherlight series when it came out by Ground Control was a game changer. The only thing negative that I do have to say about the Featherlight series and the newer Ground Controls is good googa mooga, they're fat. Compared to what I was skating before I left the game, the classic Ground Controls, these frames were thin, but they were durable and they were solid. You can see the difference in thicknesses, guys. One's nice and flat all the way down. One is definitely a chubby bubbly bum. They trimmed off some of the inside to give you that Featherlight to cut down on weight. But my personal opinion, I don't know, call me a boomer, but I like the older style of Ground Control frames better. Even the Formula 1s and whatnot were fairly thin. The bullet frames were pretty thin. Never really messed around with the high-low, so I couldn't tell you about those. But I don't hate the Featherlight frames at all. I've gotten really used to them. They're really comfortable. They'll lock onto pretty much anything you jump onto, from, a 1/4-inch piece of sheet metal that you're sliding down on that's dividing whatever, or a 5-inch round pipe that you can hop onto and do whatever groove trick you want to do. The wheels, it took me a bit to get used to sitting 5 millimeters higher. I know that's stupid to think, oh, 5 millimeters doesn't do that much. Well, honestly, like to me, coming from the world where I skated 58 millimeters for so long, on to 60s and 65s. 60s wasn't a real big difference as going to 65s were. Changed my changed the way I skated a lot for the better. I'll say that. I'm a lot more comfortable on my skates now that I've skated a larger wheel setup and bounced around between, 60s, 65s, 58s, whatnot. And I like it. I do. It's a very comfortable feel. The profile on these wheels are fantastic. As much as I like the old school squared out, aggressive wheel, I may be chalking that one up to the past because I've kind of fallen in love with the round wheel setup. Even, these were the first ones I've actually skated that were truly round. The dead wheels that I got from Oak City when I got back into the game last April were almost, I don't know, they were still kind of a classic aggressive style profile. So that wasn't too bad. The undercover dual cores, which I'll be doing a review on those soon because I've skated those a good bit. Those are the classic square. And then I ended up getting a pair of Remz with round wheels on them, and I don't think I'm going to look back. Like, I like the square profiles for if you're indoor park skating or something like that, and you can get comfortable. But the round wheels give you a little bit more speed. They allow you to go a little bit faster, control your turns more, make sharper turns, and get you into an obstacle that you might not be able to get into sometimes. But again, that's all personal preference. The wheels are great. They are 64 millimeter, and if I remember correctly, they are 90A. So, yeah. The overall wear on these, this is my normal push foot. I usually push off of my right foot. And I didn't rotate them at all. For 3 months, I have not rotated my wheels once, and I skated a lot. I need to rotate them, but the graphics are still solid on them. They still got the same profile. They just don't wear fast, which is nice for as much as I skate. This is my other foot. And most of the surfaces that I skate around here are the rougher, grippy concrete, which normally chews through wheels pretty quick. I know I chewed up my dead wheels fairly quick, but that was also because I was just trying to learn how to skate again, and it took me a minute to remember, oh, you've got to do this the right way. So, well, I guess that's going to be the end of my ramblings and meanderings. So the takeaways from the skate is they are not for everybody. If you cannot get to a skate shop to try them on, make sure that you can return them when you purchase them. If you're in the States, order them locally in the States. You've got plenty of shops here in the United States that can get them to you. Thorough Skate Shop, Oak City Skate Shop, which is my go-to shop. Shout out to Long for everything that he's done for me. Carrier Skate Shop, Intuition Skate Shop, Asphalt Beach in Nashville. I mean, the shops are there, guys. You just have to find them and support your industry, support your local shops. I know everybody likes saying, oh, I got something from Loco or I got something from Head On Skate, Well, that's cool and all, but do you really want to pay the shipping charges to ship it back overseas or lose money selling it on Blade Trade? Personally, if you can order from somebody in the United States and let them know, hey, look, if these don't fit, what's the return policy? Yeah, you might pay a 10% restocking fee, but shipping 15 pounds of skates, depending on your size, back across seas, the price is ridiculous, y'all. So keep that in mind when you're ordering. Order from your local shops. Support your industry. So go to your shops. Yeah, you can get them online in so many different places. Cool. But your local shops need you because they're the ones that are actually out there sponsoring events and promoting things and being out there with the public, bringing rollerblading to the masses like it used to be and like it should be, because everybody knows rollerblading is where it's at. So not for everybody. The lacing system needs to be corrected. Add a lacing feature. I don't want to say put a 45-degree strap on it because I think it would look absolutely hideous, but that's me. The liners need fixing because you shouldn't have to tear your liner apart and cut it down in order to be able to skate it. The split in the back is a major issue. Better laces, longer straps. So, yeah. Remz, feel free to send me hate mail all day long. I'm not going to change my opinion. I hope it helps you develop a better skate. Oh, and the other thing was the 6-toe. They got to fix that. Like, that's sad that you can only market to certain people that have the foot for Remz. And it really hurts to say that I can't just say go get these skates, because I don't want you guys sitting on $300 paperweights. That's just not what I'm about. I want you guys to go out. I want you to go skate and have fun and just have a blast while you skate and be comfortable. So that is my 100% totally unabridged review of these skates. They slide fantastic. They look amazing. They're a lot of fun to skate. The cool part is you can change the setup and skate them 4 different ways, and that's just on the cuff, and get comfortable. And honestly, I think with these skates here, my final decision on these skates to skate them is I will be skating them with the V cuff. Yeah. Yes, this might be the non-original because these ones here have got the actual cut. So if you want to go V cut on them and get the flexibility that you need, you can do it with the stock cuff. You just need to be able to cut the plastic out and give yourself the V. Or find the pre-cut Remz classic V cuffs in a variety of different colors and stylize your own skate. And, because even though you're buying a different cuff, you can use that other cuff on something else. So yeah, I'll be throwing my V cuffs back on these, and that's the way I'm going to be skating these from here on out, because I really like these skates. And I'm very glad to be able to experience Remedies for what they are. They really and truly are freedom of feet. The fact of the matter is completely, they definitely allow you so much more freedom in your skate styles. With that, y'all, I do appreciate you stopping by. I'm sorry this is a 30-minute video on me going over these skates with a lot of ums, but I don't filter, I don't jump at it or anything else like that. I just give you my honest opinion and talk to you like you're a normal person. So, with that being said, stop by whenever you want. Click the bell, subscribe so you know when I'm dropping new content. Go check out your local shops, help support the industry. Check out your local companies if you got companies near you that are doing rollerblading. Murder Militia is my company, so check us out on Instagram, Facebook, whatnot. Buy some shirts. We got some stuff in the works. Shout out to Mr. Diako Dabe for winning Winter Clash. It was pretty amazing. It was a good run. Shout out to Nils for coming in second. And I cannot remember who won third, but you guys did amazing. It was a really fun event to watch. Thank you for Ricardo Lino for live streaming the whole thing. It's all about love. It's all about passion, and that's why we do it, y'all. As always, peace, love, and rollerblades. I'm out.